Yeah, now stand and cheer for your Talking Basketball podcast.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Talking Basketball podcast. I am Mark.
I am cold.
You are Eskimo Bob over there. What is going on with that? That's a lifestyle choice.
Yeah.
That jacket.
Bloody freezing.
It is not that cold in the studio. It's not that cold.
Freezing.
It's not. You had the heating. I felt the heating in your car as you open that car door. Like just come out. Like, are you one of those people who has like the sauna level in the car? Heated seats, everything heated, everything blaring. You didn't wear the coat.
Yes.
You wore the coat in the car with the heating on.
Yes. No, I think I'm a little. Does that make you feel better? I think I'm a little under the weather, and I blame it all on bloody badminton players.
Okay, I didn't expect that. But you're absolutely right.
Leaving their crap out. Me to pick up.
But you've been touching badminton stuff.
Yes, because what
Knowingly.
they do is they just chuck their stuff in the cupboard, and then you go and get a basket of balls, and you got all badminton crap in your way. Anyway, Mark, Happy New Year!
Happy New Year
to
to
our
everyone.
listeners, and I hope everyone had a good time. Look at the state of my hair now.
That needs a little going over, doesn't it?
I don't care.
Listen, I offer a very professional service. I only do one haircut. But it looked good on Gio Game. It looked good on Sigourney Weaver. Just saying.
What's Will Smith's missus? Yeah, what's she called?
Get my wife's name out of your mouth.
What's she called?
Listen,
Will
don't
Smith's
invoke
not
Will.
here. Hey,
Listen,
Will, come
he's
on the
gonna pop up.
goddamn show.
Don't pop him up. He'll pop up out of the blue and slap that Pepsi right out of your mouth. You wouldn't know what to do then. would
She
you?
went to the hairdressers, and they when they put it on grade 4, and it was sorry, wrong grade.
She didn't
Boom.
go to the hairdresser. She went there and they were like,
Come on,
you're
Will.
having a laugh.
Come on, Will, hit us up.
That may be the wrong wording for him.
Yeah. Anyway, right.
Yes.
So
Happy New Year. There's been loads of basketball, loads of stuff going on.
tell us about it, Mark.
It's too much. I'm going to say this.
Say it.
It's too much to stay on top of everything. I know we talk about it off the air all the time. And for those who don't know, or however unprofessional we seem, we do our hardest to research as much as we can. Obviously, we've got lives and families, etc. But if you were someone who was dedicated to one team, and the person I'm thinking of, producer Andrew, he follows the Magic. He just follows the Magic. If I said, hey, do you see the Lakers versus Utah? No interest. Not watching it. Even then, you're still watching 81 games. That's a lot to stay on top of. I don't know what the equivalent is in football, though. That's what I was going to ask you. Because
Premiership, 38 games in the league. Then
but
we'll
a
have
lot
the
of
cup
them
games,
play
so
cup games, and then they play
but
maybe Champions League,
you get
UEFA,
knocked
whatever.
out first round. Let's say you're one of the top teams. I don't know. I'm guessing
Because it was making me think about it.
55 if you got all the way through. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking about it just from how many games people play basketball. We always, it sounds silly, but even if we take a local league team and we're saying, National League, Division 3, you got 10 home games that they're playing?
Yeah, roughly.
Roughly 10 home
let's
games,
say.
roughly 10 away, give or take.
Cup games, maybe they get 4 or 5, potentially 1, but they might get, say, 5 or 6.
Yeah.
They go all the way.
So you think they could be playing like 25 games in a season, you think, all right. And then there's usually an exhibition or 2 here or there. So you're not suddenly looking off 30 games, and you're not professional. You're semi-pro.
I think what you're forgetting about is a lot of player. I'm not just talking about anyone in particular, but what you will have is a lot of those National League players will also be playing potentially local league, or they'll be playing for universities and stuff like that. So it's probably
But they play it all year
I would
round.
double that. And
Yeah.
I know players who play for their National League side, for university and local league.
Yeah.
And then you look at that and go, well, and you train
And that's where, so I'm going to say it because you'll
4
hate me.
times a week.
I'm getting it in early. I've got Dallas on already. That's why people had a pop at people like Luka and Giannis and those sort of, and Joker and stuff, because they want to represent their country. So what happens in the NBA offseason? They're like, we're playing in FIBA, the championships. And people actually are like, hang on a minute. No, you can't get injured doing that. And they're like, I wanted to be a professional player to wear my country on my shirt. I know we've covered this in like the FIBA stuff, but a lot of those players are like, no, the country is like the ultimate.
The defense of the nation comes before all.
Exactly. And so it's funny when you look at that, you suddenly go, if they do something in a cup and it's, say, like an Olympics or say one of those sort of championships, someone might be playing well over 100 competitive games, because those 81 games for NBA do not include the playoffs.
Yeah.
And also, how does it affect? I can't remember how it affects if you are in is it the semi-final and the final of the Emirates Cup for the NBA? They're standalone games, aren't they? So they are additional.
So in theory, you'd have your 82, you'll get to the final, so that's 84. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds. They're not ever going or to 7-game series, but if they did, well, that's another 28 games.
Yeah, exactly. That's a lot of basketball. You look at it that way, it's like 110 games.
And then if you're playing for your country,
and then if you're playing in your country stuff. So when you come back to,
rarely does it go. If you look, rarely do you get lots of games go into 7-game series. If you look at the NBA playoffs, just over the whole thing, you get them, but there's not many. So it always makes me laugh when people predict it and they're like 4-3, 4-3, 4. It's like, you don't get that many.
Well, I was thinking about it from the point of view of, we then roll it back to, we've said Happy Christmas, Happy New Year. We've talked about that aspect of it, but just going to Christmas Day, for those who celebrate Christmas Day, regardless.
Oh, you want to talk about the match on everyone's mind?
What?
Father Christmas. He won it for another year.
Did he put the
482?
He put the elves in place.
482 to 2.
How did they get the 2
points? He did it for a laugh. He's like, Mrs. Claus is like, and he, damn it, I just put it in the wrong hoop. We changed quarters, damn it. Come on, love. And then he was focused back on the game. Boom! Elf! Yeah.
So there's no, okay. So the elves are officially, they're dunked on.
They are like, however many years it is to nothing.
Do you reckon it's a bit
the biggest losing streak of all time? The elves.
Do you reckon it's a bit like I'm trying to do it so it doesn't, not a spoiler for anyone who has or hasn't read Harry Potter. If a house elf received a garment of clothing, do you think it's the same thing? If
we're talking 20 years ago. If you haven't watched it,
no.
If you haven't watched it, screw you.
No, we're going to tangent here.
You've left it 10 years. I'm not going to worry. Don't worry about spoilers.
No. I was angry about that.
Oh yeah.
The music teacher, our daughters go to the same school. The music teacher said something and then said a spoiler about who did what within that film.
In Harry Potter.
Yeah. Right.
That film series ended like 15 years ago, Mark.
Yeah, but here's the thing. They're saying it to 8-year-olds.
You can't be annoyed by that.
You can, because
if they're saying it to 8-year-olds,
they're 7 and 8-year-olds. They're kids who
reading the books.
And I'm taking the same thing from you, where you read the book first, then you can watch the film.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to otherwise. So they don't know. My daughter doesn't have any other siblings, so she's not going to find out. And then literally, they in the music lesson, they go, "Oh, we're going to do this because this is when that happens," and this, and you go, Why is a teacher taking away the kids finding that out?
Okay, sorry, I thought it was about you, not.
No.
Write her a letter.
It's literally like someone going, "Hey, you know Darth Vader? Funny story," and he'd be like,
"Just write a letter to her, and right at the end, just write, P.S. Ned gets his head chopped off. P.S. This guy dies in Squid Games. P.S. And just write all the spoilers on the bottom."
Yeah,
that's what you want to do, Mark. Easy, problem solved.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Who's Ned?
It's from Game of Thrones. Ned Stark.
Okay. I'll tell you what.
You're a disgrace. You're a disgrace. Look, after that comment, I'm putting you on the same level as those.
Look, I know there's
elves. They are a disgrace.
A wall, and people are looking over it, and it's snow and stuff. And there's dragons and
Santa Claus. It just dominates on offense. It's like Zion Williams taking on small people. Like, you're not going to stand a chance.
What do you think if someone magically teleported to Game of Thrones right now And it was a real thing. And they
Yeah.
were like, I'm going to teach you a game called basketball. Would that make it into, like, would people of that era go, that looks like a sport or something I'd get on board with?
No. No one's getting their head chopped off. No.
Exactly.
No.
So is there something that Adam Silver and the people in the NBA could look at and go, maybe they should bring some of that medieval element into the game?
There is
halftime jousting.
There is a sport. I want to say it's called slam ball. Is it slam ball? Where they're on trampolines?
On the trampoline. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of that the other day. This guy comes in, just choke.
Are they still
And he's
doing
there
it?
for the dunk, yeah. And he just tries to do this layup. Brick. It's like
I didn't
everyone kind
realise
of
they
got
still
out of his
did
way.
it. I knew they were doing it a while ago, like 10 years back, and then I thought it kind of moved out the way, and then you got the Ice Cube's 3-on-3 that he does.
It's still around. You can actually
okay.
in America I've seen where you can rent out trampoline kind of courts, very springy courts with low rings for kids.
Everyone right now in their who's middle age is sitting there thinking, yeah, 100% I'd do that. Get all my mates down there and have a go at slam ball. Guarantee there's at least one session someone's breaking their leg.
Oh yeah, I would not play it.
Someone is completely running out of talent. You'll be like, yeah, I'm going to do this, and you mistime the jump, blow your knee out, or you jump up, smash your head against the ring.
Yeah.
Like someone is knocking teeth out every session.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what basketball and American football on trampolines.
Yeah. Well, like they did the XFL, like the indoor American football.
The women version, that was great.
Of what? XFL?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what it's called, but anyone who knows what I'm talking about, yes.
I just
That
know
they
XFL
need to make that
is
bigger.
like The Rock, and
We need to embrace this women's sport and make it bigger across the world.
were they in bikinis?
Well, they got pads on as well.
Okay. The plot is not thickening.
Mark, those players,
Dedicated athletes.
absolute dedicated athletes.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, they take that game serious as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does the team have its own OnlyFans page then?
I have no idea.
No, I mean,
No idea.
I'm just saying, go back. Like, there were people playing on Christmas Day for these professional teams around the world.
Oh, yeah.
And we just think about it for a minute. We're all there, stuffing our faces, eating as many chocolates as you possibly get hands on. And they're like, no, I've got a game up and suit up today. And this game is like, I'm contracted to do that. It sounds silly, but, you know, and whichever religion, if you are religious, that you would follow, around that holiday period, you've got a lot of different religions celebrate things around that period of time. So at some point, it's going to be, hey, this is my shout out, you know, for my religion, but I'm kind of got to go to work today. So I always wondered how that worked as well. I know it sounds really not silly, but we always try and stay out of religion and politics and stuff where possible. But I just thought it was very interesting that there's not many jobs that go, oh, Christmas Day, yeah, you're still working. You know, police, fire, nursing, those sort of things. We take that for granted a lot, and shout out to those guys for doing that. But professional athletes, a lot of people now, a lot of sports are associated with a Christmas Day or a Boxing Day game or a New Year's Day game. A lot of them.
I know how they can make it better. No, I'm generally being serious. Rather than focus on those franchise matchups at Christmas, which everyone's like, oh, Christmas, it's, you know, Golden State Warriors taking on the Celtics. Oh, amazing. Embrace the youth of the NBA, and that's what I don't think the NBA is doing. You know, embrace the Timberwolves, you know, embrace all these young teams that let them have those clashes. You know, stop going, LeBron Christmas Day, this is the main match.
Yeah.
Come on.
I didn't watch one. I didn't watch one game.
You're a disgrace.
No, didn't watch one game on Christmas Day.
You're a disgrace.
It's that's what I'm getting. Like, you know, it's ironic that we're making them play, but who's realistically going, I'm going to sack off my family because I don't watch the game? I don't think
A lot of people. They're not going to sack off the family. What? Go into the arena, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like in America, the Christmas is completely different to ours. Like we're thinking the way they consider Thanksgiving,
I know they do Thanksgiving
is our Christmas Day. We're like everyone, no one's doing anything Christmas Day. Like their Christmas Day is like, oh, there's a basketball game. Yeah, awesome. Let's go out.
I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I think it'd be great. I'd totally take my daughter
over there. They have like 2 days off: Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, if Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Back to work, Boxing Day. They don't have that much time off.
No. Oh yeah, I know that. I don't know the. But I just thought it was really interesting that we look at it. I mean, obviously we're 5-6 hours ahead in some of these games, and you look at LA games, you're 7-8 hours ahead.
We got a couple of episodes coming up where we're talking about different things in the NBA, but I guess we wanted to do this one just to say Happy New Year to everyone.
Absolutely, Happy New Year, and
welcome back, 2025.
Welcome back.
The 90s were 10 years ago.
Yeah, I think also, before we wrap it, I think we got to give a shout out to everybody in LA at the moment with all the horrible fires and everything that's going on.
Yeah,
that's I don't know why that made you laugh then. Why did it make you laugh? Is this one of these like where someone's at a funeral and you're laughing?
I was going to say it's getting hot over there or something like that to basketball, but then I thought that's a bit out of order.
Do you know what? The reason I was saying it is because I saw a really nice thing from Chris Paul and Wemby. Oh, yeah. So JJ Redick lost his house in the fires.
Oh yeah.
And his son lost his basketball jersey collection
in
that house. So Wemby and Chris Paul took off their jerseys, signed them, and go, there you go. That's for your collection.
That's nice.
And it's like, it sounds really stupid. It sounds really cheesy if you say it like, oh, look, some millionaire's giving another minute. It's not. It wasn't about that. It was about this, and it wasn't for.
There's some things
JJ
that's
Redick.
Difficult to replace.
100%.
Like when Paris Hilton gets her house burnt down, it's hard to be like,
sorry.
Let me do a fundraiser for you. It's like, come
on. But they did that for
things like that where
they did it for
lost.
his son's. Yeah. His son's jersey collection, and apparently there's some pretty interesting jerseys in there.
Yeah, nice.
And you just think that was what a nice, playing a game, but they go, doesn't matter if you're an opponent or not. This kid's lost something. Let's give him something for that. And I really like that as a really great touch.
There's another one, not in fires. It'll be really interesting that the whole how this is going way off basketball.
But Kawhi's not playing at the moment. Because his family are in the Palisades.
Chris Paul, something similar.
Yeah. But both the Clippers and the Lakers are back playing as of I think it's today. They're back playing, or was it yesterday? But it was, it's real hiatus.
If they've got that issue over there, I mean, it's I don't want to say common, but it's something they're very aware of in Australia.
Yeah,
with all the bushfires and stuff like that, and it can have a huge impact. So, if
they've had
I'd never thought LA was on that level.
Oh, well, it always has been, but apparently this was one of those.
It was really windy, and everything kind of went perfect for the fire.
Yeah, unfortunately, and just like the house, it's the stuff that's been wiped out is crazy. So, sadly, people have lost lives and everything. But it's just more. It sounds, when you look at these big news things and big stuff like that, you see all the humanity around that sort of stuff as well. And I thought that was just a brilliant gesture. By you think Chris Paul, probably one of the oldest players in the league, one of the most tenured. Wemby, one of the biggest superstars right now, and still a young player. Yeah. And without hesitation, both of them are like jerseys off. Straight over, there you go, we'll sign it. There's for your new collection.
There was a fire in LA in the 80s.
Yeah. They've always had fires, but
this wasn't a bushfire or anything like that. But Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, his house burnt down.
Yes.
And he had one of the biggest vinyl jazz collections, amazing jazz collection. And that was one of the things that he was like, oh man, that's gone. And
that makes a lot of sense.
When he went to, I don't know if it was a training facility or the arena, lots of people had donated really well-known jazz vinyl for him, to start his collection up again.
Do you know what? That makes sense now, because I saw something where Kareem was getting up and he was talking about the fires, and he was like, I understand the loss and everything, and I just literally saw it this morning.
I think that it was a really big deal for him, because he's really into his music, especially his jazz, and it was a big deal for him at the time. I want to say 80s, 90s.
That makes a lot more sense.
No, 80s.
Why they would, because I thought Kareem, I was just thinking it was the LA collection, a connection, obviously, and that was it. That makes a lot more sense to me.
Yeah.
But still, shout out to those guys. I hope everyone's okay. And
Yeah.
You know,
And also, look, I would say, just think again, gone past Christmas, just think about those L's with another loss as well to their name. Like, Santa's still undefeated. Got to feel for them a little bit as well this time of year. He's like, get back to work, you little punks. Get back to work.
oh my God.
Go and make me some more teddies and soldiers because you suck on the basketball court.
I mean, yeah, they do. Clearly, they do.
Okay, right. Let's wrap this up then.
Let's wrap it.
Just a shout out to everyone in 2025. Also, we should have done this at the start because people might not even be listening by the time they get to the end. If you are listening now, and I like you, you're awesome.
That means you.
And just a shout out. Let's level with everyone, Mark. That
Level
with everyone. That genuinely speaking, we put a lot of effort into the podcasts, and they take a lot of time. Like, for example, we did a recent episode. One episode might take me 5 hours to prep. And it only lasts an hour. It takes a lot of time to do it.
Yep.
So one of the huge things is the SLB episodes, which I look at the numbers that you show me, and it's like, oh, wow, I didn't realize so many people were listening to it. It's just, do you still want us to do it is my question, or should we focus on the interviews?
Yep.
Because the SLB, I like watching some of the games, but when you have to watch every single game and you have to know what's going on, it is a lot of effort and a lot of energy, and we make no money out of this. We're just doing it for the love of the game.
And we also don't cover the EuroLeague. We don't cover NBA games, everything, But maybe, we've thought the idea of, do we just do a roundup of what's going on in basketball?
Yeah.
And it sounds really, oh, someone's just done this in EuroLeague recently. Someone did this in the Australian NBL. Someone did this in Div 2 in the UK. Like, share some basketball news as opposed to giving you a rundown
to
on
have a great
game by game.
Yeah, to have that really great view, you have to really concentrate on the games.
You have to be Dan Routledge.
But look,
you have to be a Dan Routledge with it.
But what I'll say is, look, email ukbasketballpodcast@gmail.com and let us know. Mark, look, if no one's got this far and no one emails you, then that says to you, don't worry about the SLB episodes, but we'll still do the SLB with getting guests on and stuff like that.
Yeah, of course we will, yeah.
But
and it's not in any way something about not supporting UK basketball, because we totally believe in everything in it. It's purely down to
time.
It's a
full-time
massive
jobs.
time effort
of
watching 7 games and writing each individual up, doing all that, and then producing it. If it won't make a difference to you listening, and if you're like, ow, I just listen to you guys talk rubbish, hey, we can do that without prepping.
Just let us know what you want. Let us know what you want us to do. I mean, I quite like the interviews because it's letting stories live on. And I've said that before. You get people who pass away and their story stays out there, and I like that. And once people have it, they spread that story.
Yes.
So that
100%.
I enjoy that. But
I think those things we'd always keep doing, because there's so many of you who said, oh, I know a person who does this. And we had a few recently at some games, and they're like, oh, yeah, I'd love to come and chat. Yeah. Oh, I remember when I did this. And you're like, what? You played with them?
Yeah.
No one knows that. And they just happen to just drop something in there, and you think, share your story. So if you're listening to this and you think, hey, you know what, I've got a thing, again, reach out to us.
Yeah.
Because we want to capture all these. We want to capture them all.
Let us know. Email ukbasketballpodcast@gmail.com. Email. Yes. Let us know what you want to do. If you get like 500 emails saying keep doing the SLB thing, then we have to do it.
That's the number. 500.
If no one does it, then it's like, look.
Everyone spams.
If no one could be bothered to send an email, look, we don't need to do it.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
And you just
to
have to type the
before.
word, or even I'll put a post up on the socials in the next few days. I'll do one of them, and it'll be a vote. Vote for it or not. If we get 500 votes, we'll keep it. Put it that way.
There is part of me that if, let's say you got 1,000 votes, I'd be like, oh, okay.
Oh, nice. Hey.
It takes a lot of energy to do it.
But we'll put the energy into that.
Hey, if I was getting paid, I'd be like, boom, full time. I'd go, yeah, I'd do whatever you want. I'd make podcasts all day.
Yeah.
Right.
That would be lawless.
So let us know. Let us know in 2025 what do you want us to do.
The direction of the connection.
If you message just saying go away, we know what that means as well.
We do. So, into another edition of Talking Basketball Podcast. Thank you for listening. I have been Mark.
I have been more. Oh.
You're Mork? Wow!
As you can tell, I'm a little under the weather. So, look, here you go. I'm going to do a
It's
good
all
one
that
now.
badminton you've been playing.
I'm going to do a good one. Happy New Year! 2025 starts off with a bang.
It's so classy, you're orange.
What?